We don't tend to rotate as much as maybe had been done here in the past. But I think another aspect of that is, Dion averaging 7.2 yards a carry or whatever it was. I mean, there was some real confidence in the run game also. So.
And kind of going along with that, what did you see from Dion in pass protection? Obviously, these running backs weren't asked to do that a lot last year. So first game action, with him having to do that, what did you see from him?
I think the first step was him wanting to learn pass pro. I think with aspirations to go into the next level, I think he realizes that is going to be part of his, that's going to be part of how he's judged. And so I think he really put in the work with Coach Smith in learning our pass protection schemes. Like I said, I think he had a really good camp, not just running the ball, but in all aspects of what we ask for superbacks to do. So, he's got a lot of trust, not only from the staff, but I think from especially the old linemen who pay attention to a lot of that stuff and see Dion, spitting it up and helping on some guys. And I think he did a nice job.
And sorry, obviously, you played the game against Oregon State in front of no fans. Now going into the first home game of the season, what's kind of the mood from the team about that finally getting to play in Martin Stadium?
I don't know that I have enough evidence or have asked any opinions on that to give. I think they just want to play again. That's what I think. I think it is home. It is, of course they would want all their fans there and their families and stuff. But this team has a real nice focus on not letting some of the outside stuff really get into their head and distract them from why they come to the building every day. So if I get any information, I'll let you know on that one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Karthik, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. I know you were asked this on Saturday, but I wanted to double check now that we know that a player has a positive case of coronavirus. Were any of the 32 players that were held out of the game on Saturday, were they held out due to contact tracing with that one player?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to get into that, Karthik. I mean, I don't even know if I have the accurate information on that. Yeah, Pat, you can ask Pat that question.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Other questions for Coach? Rob Jesselson.
Hey, Coach. So with that one active case, and obviously throughout the Pac-12, we saw a couple of games wiped off the schedule, and it didn't take a lot for either of those games to get called off. So, with the active case on your team and with numbers, I guess, rising across the country and with games getting canceled pretty easily, what are you telling your guys now that's, in a shortened season that, games could be wiped off the slate pretty quick?
We had a pretty real conversation for Halloween weekend. And, we knew where our numbers were as far as guys available to play. And, if we brought a lot of COVID into this place, there was a possibility, it could shut us down. And I like the commitment this team has made to each other. And been, I don't even know what Pat said, as far as this active case. But his daily testing has been really good, I think, to really rule out a lot of the stuff that we were uncertain about early on with this disease.
And football question for you.
There you go.
Apologies if you've already answered or we've talked about him. But Travell Harris obviously kind of showed up, had a big game the other night. What do you think of his play, and what was it about Travell that allowed him to make those plays in the spotlight?
Well, I think you can all see how much he loves to play football. Very, very emotional in a positive way. But, his opportunities just came in that game. I think we talked about, I think we missed Jameer, Jameer could have had a big one early in that game. I think we missed one to Renard. I think those are two of the big ones that stand out. And there was just some plays that just weren't quite in rhythm. And I think whether it was a little bit of the scramble and catching it the other way, falling down, it was just some timing accuracy things. I think that takes that 54 completion percentage up to 65 really quickly. So those are the types of things we really want to work on.
Perfect. Thanks.
Last chance for questions for Coach. Theo, go ahead.
Hey, Nick, I wanted to get your thoughts on Kayvon Thibodeau, Oregon's pass rusher, and what you think the matchup between him and Abe Lucas will be like. Just both first team all conference guys and two of the best in the country at their positions.
I mean, you talk about a freshman really coming in and making an impact. And you can only anticipate him being bigger, stronger, faster, more seasoned as a pass rusher, and just as a college athlete. So he's definitely one that made a lot of noise last year by his play. Probably, rightfully ranked recruiting wise where he was. But it's not like he's the only one you gotta worry about on this defense. I mean, there's great DBs, there's confidence, and a good coach. Andy Avalos, we've gone against him a few times, and he's a good X's and O guy, and he's a good person. So you add some extreme or really high level athletes to that, and, they should have confidence going in. So it's an incredible challenge for us. But one of the positives is having Abe and Liam, guys who have played a lot of football in this conference, and I think I can't say that this is how Abe is thinking, but Abe's obviously got the ability, in my opinion, to play at the next level. So I think he would be welcoming challenges like this and opportunities to prove against a high level elite pass rusher that that's a good opportunity for him to show who he is.
What stands out to you about their defensive secondary, even after losing a couple guys to kind of the NFL opt-out deal a few months ago?
What about it?
About their defensive secondary, even kind of losing a few guys to the NFL a couple months ago. What kind of stands out about that group? That they look to be one of the better secondaries in the conference, and
it's hard for me to say if there was any fall off. I know Cristobal didn't feel like there was a whole lot, if any. I know they've been recruiting well. They're showing, at least they showed up for Stanford with confidence. Really talented athletes, but playing within the scheme really well. So you would anticipate them to have, 4 guys with the ability to match up man to man. So that could be one of their thought processes. So we got to work on our technique, getting off the ball, releases. It really forces the quarterback to really be accurate and have a really good relationship with his receivers.
Do you guys expect to have some of those 32 guys back this Saturday available for the game, or is that still to be determined?
I anticipate to have some of those guys back, yes.
And any updates on Max Borghi's status at this point?
No.